All right, so fifth graders, we're starting to talk about volume there. Let me get my foot out of the way. And volume, when we talk about volume, volume is how much fits inside something. Okay? We often will think about volume as maybe with a swimming pool or volume of a box, how much you can fit in a box or something. And the formula for volume equals length times width times height. Now, we've talked about how area is measured in square units, and we often relate area to the laying of a carpet. We've talked about that in class before, that the carpet layers will come and do all their measurements, and they will say they need like maybe 200 square feet of carpet. That means that if you envision a square, 1 foot all the way around with 1 foot lengths, you would need 200 of them to get 200 square feet. Volume is in cubic units. If you can envision a Rubik's Cube, I think most of you have seen a Rubik's Cube before. Perhaps many of you even own a Rubik's Cube. But a cube has the same dimensions, length, width, and height. And if something is, let's say, 1 cubic inch, okay, then you envision a cube that is 1 inch long, 1 inch wide, 1 inch tall. If somebody says, well, the volume of this box is 56 cubic inches, that means if you had the cube that was 1 inch long, 1 inch high, 1 inch wide, you could get 56 of those cubes inside of the box. The formula for volume is length, which is how long it is, width, how wide it is, times the height, how high it is. So if I look at this box right here, I see that it's 3 feet long, 6 feet wide, 11 feet tall. I just do length times width times height. That's all I have to do, okay? And since I'm multiplying, it doesn't matter what order I multiply these numbers in. As long as I multiply correctly, the order that I put these numbers in does not matter. I can do 3 times 6 and then take that answer times 11. I can do 11 times 6 and get that answer and times it by 3. I can do 11 times 3. Get that answer, multiply it by 6. It doesn't matter what order I do it in. As long as I do it right, I'm going to get the same answer. So I'm just going to go 11 times 6, and that's not hard. I know that 11 times 6 is 66. So then I just have to take 66 times 3. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do 66 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. Put the 8 down, carry the 1. 3 times 6 is 18, plus the 1 is 19. I get 198. The volume of this rectangular prism, or this box here, is 198 cubic feet. All right, let's change gears a little bit. You're going to have one section on your assignment where that's what it's going to do. It's going to give you boxes like that. It's going to give you the dimensions. You need to figure out what the volume is. This part here is a little bit different. It's giving you 2 boxes, and it wants you to compare them by writing the less than, greater than, or equal to sign. So your job is going to have to be to figure out the volume of both boxes and then put the right side inside the circle. So let's do one and just find out. Let's start with this box right here. Well, remember the formula for volume is length times width times height. So how long it is times how wide it is times how high it is. But remember, it doesn't matter what order you put the numbers in. So my numbers here in this example are 5, 3, and 4. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and do 5 times 3. That's 15. Then I have to take 15 times 4. So I come over here. It's simple scratch work. 15 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. I put the 0 down, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. I get 60. So this one is 60 cubic feet. Now, I just realized that I made a big mistake over here, so I want to correct it. Mr. Swack makes a mistake every now and again, so I want to correct it. I put 198 square feet. This is cubic feet, so remember these are cubes. Envision a Rubik's Cube, 1 foot long, 1 foot tall, 1 foot wide. I can get 198 cubes that size inside this box. But it's not a 2 that goes there. It's a 3. The 3 is what symbolizes cubic feet. 198 cubic feet. My mistake, my apologies, please forgive me. But we got it right here with the 3, 60 cubic feet. All right, but let's get back on track. Enough of the apologies. We've got that all squared away now. The 5 times 3 was 15. 15 times 4 is 60. The volume of this box is 60 cubic feet. So now we need to find this one. Well, 6 times 5 is 30. And 30 times 2, if I use the zeros trick and come down here and do 30 times 2, I know that 3 times 2 is 6. And if I just add the 0, I get that. So this also is 60 cubic feet. And so they're equal. Now remember, if you have to use less than or greater than, it's always open to the bigger one. Don't point at the bigger one. The mouth should be open to the bigger one. So if this one's bigger on this side, you're going to use this one. But if it's bigger on this side, you're going to use that one. All right, so we got one more we got to look at because we also have some story problems today. And you'll notice today's assignment has 2 sheets. There's some review math that I want you to do just so we can make sure we stay sharp with that, because I'm not really expecting that this volume is going to be too long. But here we go. Oscar owns 14 boxes. Each box has edges that are 4 inches long. So I'm going to read that again. Oscar owns 14 boxes. Each box has edges that are 4 inches long. All the boxes fit into one carton. What is the volume of the carton? Well, he has 14 boxes. Each box has edges that are 4 inches long. All the boxes fit into one carton. What is the volume of the carton? Well, it sounds to me that to figure out the volume of the carton, I've got to figure out the volume of each box. And it says each box has edges that are 4 inches long. Well, then that tells me that these boxes are perfect cubes. Why? Because it says the edges are 4 inches long. That means they're 4 inches long, or they're 4 inches long, which means that each individual box has a length of 4 inches, a width of 4 inches, and a height of 4 inches. So that's going to be 4 times 4 times 4, because the edges are 4 inches long. So we look at that, 4 times 4 times 4. Well, I know that 4 times 4 is 16. So if I want to come over here and do 16 times 4, 4 times 6 is 24. Put the 4 down, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. I get 64. So one box, okay, one box is 64 cubic inches. One box is 64 cubic inches. All right? But it says that I have 14 boxes. It says that I have 14 boxes. 64. If one box is 64 cubic inches and I have 14 boxes that fit into the carton, I'm going to have to do 64 times 14. So let's come over here. 64 times 14. 4 times 4 is 16. Put the 6 down, carry the 1. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. All right, I got to put a 0 down to line everything up with the 1. Okay, 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 6 is 6. I add these numbers together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 6 is 8. 896 cubic inches would be the volume of that carton. All right, I'll be available to help with the assignment on Monday, May 11. We'll talk to you later, 5th grade. Bye.